Imagine this. The king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, never actually died on August 16, 1977. What if the headlines, the funeral, and the worldwide grief were all just part of a massive, elaborate cover-up? For decades, fans and conspiracy theorists have whispered the same thought: Elvis isn't gone. Today, we're diving deep into 20 shocking facts and clues that suggest the greatest celebrity death of the 20th century may have been staged. From strange sightings and mysterious documents to secret recordings and eyewitness accounts, each piece of evidence paints a picture that challenges everything we thought we knew. Whether you're a die-hard Elvis fan or just a curious skeptic, these facts will make you question history itself. His daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, once said, "I just hope he's at peace wherever he is." But what if wherever he is isn't a grave in Memphis? What if he's alive, watching the world from the shadows? By the end of this video, you'll have seen 20 undeniable clues that suggest Elvis faked his death, vanished from the public eye, and created one of the biggest celebrity scams of all time. Let's get right into it, starting with the strange circumstances surrounding his death. First up, fact number 1, the conflicting autopsy reports. Officially, Elvis's death was attributed to heart failure, but different documents and witness accounts tell different stories. Some mention a drug overdose, while others claim key medical staff were under orders to release conflicting statements. This confusion from the very beginning has baffled experts for years and fueled suspicions that the official story just doesn't add up. Fact number 2, the anomalies at his Graceland funeral. For a star of his magnitude, the funeral was surprisingly private. Only a small number of people attended the viewing, and the casket was reportedly kept closed. Fans who did manage to get a glimpse claimed the person inside didn't quite look like the Elvis they knew from his later years. The face seemed different, the nose looked off, details that made them wonder if it was a wax figure or someone else entirely. Fact number 3, the endless eyewitness sightings after 1977. This is where it gets really interesting. In the years following his death, credible sightings of Elvis started popping up all over the United States. People in restaurants, casinos, and even on highways swore they saw him. These weren't just vague reports. They were detailed accounts from ordinary people who were convinced they had just seen the king, alive and well, often looking older but unmistakably Elvis. Fact number 4, the mysterious FBI files. Why would the FBI be so interested in a dead celebrity? Declassified FBI documents show extensive surveillance and communication about Elvis's personal security and potential threats leading up to 1977. The level of monitoring raises a huge question. If he was really gone, why was his death and its aftermath so closely watched by federal agents? Fact number 5, secret recordings and messages. In the late 1970s, several unreleased recordings mysteriously appeared. Some audio experts claim these could only have been made after August 16, 1977. The tapes included cryptic messages hinting at a return, with phrases like, "I'll be back." For fans, this was more than just a coincidence. It was a direct message from the king himself, fueling rumors that his disappearance was all part of a plan. Let's continue with fact number 6, the closed casket. As we mentioned, it's highly unusual for such a beloved public figure to have a closed casket funeral. Why hide the face of the most famous man in the world from his adoring fans? Conspiracy theorists argue it was a deliberate move to prevent anyone from getting a clear look and realizing the truth, that it wasn't him in there at all. Fact number 7, the Graceland security breach. Months after his death, strange things started happening at Graceland. Staff reported seeing a figure resembling Elvis wandering the grounds at night. Security at the time was surprisingly limited with few cameras, making it easy for someone familiar with the property to move around undetected. Was it just a trick of the light, or was Elvis visiting his old home? Fact number 8, the strange insurance policies. Digging into Elvis's finances from the late 1970s reveals some very unusual arrangements. He reportedly had complex insurance policies and financial setups that some experts believe could have provided the perfect cover and funding for a secret escape. It is almost as if he was preparing to disappear and needed a way to support a new, hidden life. Fact number 9. Witness accounts of a hospital swap. This one is based on whispers and anecdotal stories, but they are persistent. A few nurses and hospital staff have hinted over the years that Elvis's body was switched before it ever left the hospital. While there's no hard proof, these stories have remained consistent and align perfectly with the theory that the body in the casket was his. Fact 10. The sudden disappearance from public life. Think about it. Elvis's final years were a whirlwind of public appearances, concerts, and media attention. He was one of the most monitored people on the planet. And then suddenly, after August 1977, complete silence. The public trail went cold instantly. This abrupt stop raises the question, was it a tragic end, or was it an intentional, perfectly executed vanishing act? The clues just keep coming. Fact number 11. The passport mystery. After 1977, several passports bearing the name Elvis Presley, or known aliases, surfaced with travel dates post-dating his official death. Handwriting experts and photo analysts have examined these documents, noting an uncanny resemblance to Elvis's own signature and appearance. Could he have been traveling the world in secret? Fact number 12. The Las Vegas sightings. Vegas was Elvis's kingdom, and it seems he might have returned. Throughout the 80s and 90s, casino staff repeatedly reported seeing an older man who looked just like Elvis, often playing at the tables late at night. Some even claimed he signed autographs for them in disguise, leaving behind a signature that was a perfect match. Fact number 13. The strange phone calls. This is where it gets personal. Fans and even old acquaintances reported receiving bizarre phone calls from an unknown man who claimed to be Elvis. He would use cryptic phrases like, "I am still around," or "keep the music alive," then hang up. The voice was described as eerily similar to the King's, leaving listeners stunned and bewildered. Fact 14. Anonymous letters and postcards. Similar to the phone calls, multiple letters and postcards began arriving at radio stations and to fans, all postmarked after 1977. The handwriting was a near-perfect match to Elvis's, and the tone was playful yet cautious, as if someone was trying to stay hidden but couldn't resist reaching out to his loyal followers. Fact number 15. The lottery of death certificates. When you look closely at the official paperwork, things get messy. There are several inconsistencies in Elvis's death certificate, from questionable signatures to incorrect hospital addresses. Some researchers argue these weren't mistakes but were deliberately planted to create a flawed paper trail, making it easier to legally disappear without leaving a solid record. The evidence just keeps mounting. Let's look at fact number 16. The mysterious airplane connections. In the 1980s, eyewitnesses at remote airfields across the U.S. reported seeing a man who looked like Elvis boarding private jets. These weren't commercial flights. They were clandestine trips. When investigators tried to look into it, the records of these flights were often classified or had mysteriously gone missing. Fact number 17. The backyard cabin theory. Where would a man like Elvis hide? Rumors suggest he lived incognito in remote cabins and ranches across the country. Locals in Tennessee, Mississippi, and even Hawaii have claimed to spot a familiar figure matching Elvis's profile, living a quiet, secluded life far from the spotlight. Fact number 18. Strange recordings and re-releases. This one will give you chills. Audio engineers have discovered what they believe are posthumous recordings, tracks that appeared after 1977 but sound too much like Elvis's unique voice and style to be fakes. Some of these tracks were released secretly or leaked online, sparking debate about whether the King was still making music in secret. Fact number 19. hints from celebrity witnesses. It's not just fans who have suspicions. Some of Elvis's close friends and collaborators have dropped hints over the years, suggesting a secret plan. They never say it outright, but they allude to the idea that Elvis simply retired from fame to live a quiet life, rather than actually being dead. And finally, fact number 20. What the fans believe. Despite the official records, millions of fans around the world continue to swear that Elvis is alive. Statistically, the sheer volume of sightings, letters, and unexplained phenomena creates a compelling narrative. For those who believe, it's not just wishful thinking. It's a story backed by decades of strange and compelling clues. When we piece this puzzle together, a clear pattern emerges. We have conflicting death records, countless eyewitness sightings, mysterious documents, and strange financial arrangements. Every single clue points to one tantalizing conclusion. It is entirely possible that Elvis staged his own death. Fans have long speculated about secret ranches, clever disguises, and new identities. And while skeptics might dismiss these as fantasy, the sheer number of coincidences and recurring stories make it difficult to ignore. As Lisa Marie said, she wished him peace. If he is alive, this theory gives a whole new meaning to peace, one of freedom and sweet, sweet anonymity. So, why would Elvis do it? There are several plausible reasons. He could have been desperate to escape the crushing weight of fame. Maybe he just wanted to protect his privacy and live like a normal person. Or perhaps, facing serious health issues and stress, vanishing was the only way he saw to survive. When you combine these motives with the 20 clues we've discussed, the idea that Elvis is still alive doesn't seem so far-fetched. In fact, it almost seems plausible. Whether or not the king is truly still out there, his myth endures. His music still tops the charts, and his image continues to inspire people everywhere. The idea that he could still be alive, watching us from somewhere, fuels our imagination and devotion. For many, it's a comforting thought. Elvis Presley's death may have been officially recorded, but his legend will never, ever die. And for those who believe he's still out there, the story isn't over. It's just begun. Could this be the greatest celebrity scam of all time? The evidence is compelling, the sightings are persistent, and the legend is eternal. Thanks for watching. If you found this as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.